Sibilant is the word we use to describe a type of sound in English. In English, we have 6 sibilant sounds. S, z, sh, zh, ch, and j. So what do all of those sounds have in common? All of those sounds are created by making a channel with your tongue to focus the air, making a small pathway. Using your tongue to create that small pathway creates that characteristic hissing sound. S, z, sh, zh. It's because of that high air pressure and intensity that we often use sibilant sounds to get people's attention. Psst, hey, or to make them quiet. I want to narrow the focus a little bit to the differences between a couple of these sounds, specifically the s and sh sound. The s sound has a very narrow air channel, creating that really high pressure, which has that high pitch. This is done by placing the tongue very close to the front of the mouth, on the tooth ridge, that hard part just behind your teeth. Keep in mind that it doesn't touch the back of your teeth, because if it does, it starts to create a kind of TH sound. Because TH is created by pushing the air through the teeth between the tongue. But the S sound has that channel, that high pressure. That's the important part. Now the sh sound is lower pitch, so the channel where air moves through is a little bit bigger. There's a little more space for the air. It's lower pressure. To get this, we actually move the tongue and the air channel back. Because if you feel in your mouth, behind your teeth, you have that tooth ridge, the hard part. But a little further back, it becomes a little bit softer and raises up. That point where the hard part starts to curve and come up, that's where you want your tongue. And because in the sh sound, the tongue is a little further back, it's actually bunched up. It's closer to the top of your mouth. Shh. Compared with the S sound, which has a wider space in the back, but a narrower space in the front. Many people often assist this sound with their lips. For example, with the S sound, it's common to stretch the lips a little bit. Whereas with the sh sound, it's common to push the lips in. That can also help create the tongue shape that you want by moving your lips. However, it's important to remember that this is not necessary. You can create the sound correctly with or without using your lips. S, sh, s, sh. The important part is where you're placing your tongue. That creates that channel where the air flows through. S, and because it's connected, Z, has a very, very small channel, so it's very high pressure. S, z. But for sh, the channel is a little bit bigger and the tongue is a little further back, creating that lower pitched sound. Sh, zh, sh, zh. Listen and compare between S and Z on the tooth ridge, or sh and zh a little further back. S, sh, z, zh. Of course, I have much more to teach you about sibilants, but for now, I want you to focus on that tongue position and creating that channel, that higher pitch, s, z, and the lower pitch, sh, zh. As always, if you have any questions about sibilants, please ask me in the comments. I am always happy to help. I'll see you next time and keep learning.